Hey, it's Claire. I just thought I'd update you on my journey to thin. Well, I've eaten a little spirulina since my first video. I've eaten a little Vega 1. I'm almost done with one of my canisters. I got 2 of them. I've gotten some celery, but I still haven't picked up my cheesecloth from Walmart. And they gave me a refund because I didn't pick it up. And I'm gonna get over there. My husband wants me to just use one of the little strainers we have, and I'll try that. But I guess I don't feel completely prepared until I have that cheesecloth they spoke of. And I'll swing by there today. I don't necessarily have to have them reserve it for me. I can just find it in the kitchen section. I don't think I've lost any weight, but I'm kind of getting into gear. I'm just kind of getting into gear, and that's important. That's how you start. That's a victory for me. Okay, I haven't touched my healthy foods for a while. You know, spirulina and Vega 1 make me a healthier person. Looking forward to the celery juice though. And I don't want to allow all the veggies in my refrigerator to spoil. That's what I tend to do. I buy all these organic veggies, not a whole lot. I don't spend a whole lot of money. I get a reasonable amount, but then I allow them to spoil before I eat them, you know, because I end up going out with my husband all the time because it's easier. You know, food preparation, it takes time, it takes planning, and, you know, I don't really have a kitchen. I know this is an excuse, but I don't really have a kitchen that's conducive to cooking. It's just, you know, we don't have any counter space. We need an island or something to create some counter space because the counters are full of cups and just everything. You know, there's no space to work, and that's what discourages me from cooking, honestly. It'd be really nice to move into another space where there's a nice space, you know, there's space in the kitchen and it's not overwhelmed with all the cups and things that my husband gathers. And, you know, I love Dean so much, but he has, and, you know, because he's felt impoverished and because he hasn't been able to provide for me in the way that he'd like to as my husband, he has got, you know, he just brings home everything, you know, to fill in the gap. And our lives have become so cluttered in this little house, you know, we don't have any space to live here, and that's a lot of my insecurity about showing my space. It's just so cluttered, and when I feel overwhelmed with clutter, I don't want to pick up, I don't want to organize, I don't want to clean, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. You know, the clutter is part of my journey too. I mean, my journey to thin includes, it's not just the journey to thin, it's the journey to health and happiness, really. You know, thin, being my natural thin self is a key component of my true happiness. And, you know, so is my environment, and all of it it goes together. And somehow things have gotten so out of hand, you know, as I've been focusing too much on getting my money, you know, and I have money that's mine in my name and my name alone, and I can't get it. And that has been my obsession for the last, I don't know how many years. It's been a number of years now. And I've focused on that to the point of neglecting so many important aspects of my life, you know. what I've gone through with my money, I wouldn't wish on anyone. And really, it has destroyed my life. I worked really hard on making it to age 54. I've had a lot to overcome. And when I got to a certain point, I remembered so much about my life that I had blocked out because of all the abuse that I went through. And, that's where all my energy went before. And now that I can remember everything, all my energy has been used to obtain what is mine and mine alone, and to no avail. And it's very sad. And I have no choice. I know this is the plan for me to develop my business. I have many lifetimes of being so successful in business. It's only natural that I should, I don't know, I guess they want me to prove my identity by being successful in business again. I just feel like I've already been successful in business this lifetime, and I am due my payment, my income, and I'm very frustrated that I have to somehow do more to earn what I've already earned. I've already earned this money with my birth, with all the work I did as a child prodigy, with all the abuse I went through and survived and overcame. I just don't understand why I have to prove myself any longer. The people who have their hands in my money don't have to prove anything. All they have to prove is that they're related to me by blood, whether they don't even have to know me personally. They just have to prove that they're related to me by blood. They don't even have to be from my nuclear family that I had when I was growing up. Like I said, they can be total strangers and they're just handed my money. They don't have to jump through any hoops. They don't have to prove anything, but I do. And it's my money. It's so ironic. How people who have done nothing to earn my money just are handed my money. But, the money's mine in my name, but I somehow have to earn it. It's like I already earned it, and now you want to me to re-earn it. I just don't get it. Anyway, this is part of my journey to thin. Okay, journey to thin is a central theme to my journey to me. Thin is me. When I was a child, I was very petite, always very thin. I never had a weight problem. It was my mother who had the weight problem, and I guess on some level, I'm being my mother, right? Because I guess on some level, I feel like my mother is in control of my money, or has been an obstacle to my money. And so I guess I want to be her. On some level, not really, not seriously. I don't want to be anything like my mother. Never did. But I guess when you put a lot of energy to not wanting to be something, sometimes, that energy creates what you don't want. And that's what's happened here. I'm not my mother. I don't want to be anything like her. But here I am, emulating her with my weight. And it's time to let her go once and for all. I've already let her go. She's not in my life. She hasn't been. I haven't had any contact with my mother, any direct contact, since I last spoke to her on the phone in August of, I think it was August of 2009. Just before my press conference in Los Angeles on August 10th, 2009. It was in regard to Michael Jackson and his 3 children. My father, too, Denny. I haven't spoken to him since I spoke to him on the phone that summer, just before my press conference. I haven't seen either one of my parents since 2000. No. It's the 90s. I haven't seen them since I have not seen my mother Ann or my father Denny since 1998, October, thereabouts. Isn't that crazy? October 1998. How many years is that? Well, 2008 would have been, what, 20 years, right? Isn't that right? Wait. 98, 2008. No, that's 10 years, right? And then 2018 would have been 20 years. So that's 22 years. I have not seen either one of my parents. I haven't seen my brother, the brother I grew up with, Mark, since 2004, right? Right after my mother got married. I wasn't invited to my mother's wedding. I've never met my stepfather. And I landed on the East Coast, hoping to see her for Mother's Day when my brother picked me up at the airport and informed me that she had gotten married the day before and I wasn't invited. And it was such a shock, and it really hurt my feelings, honestly. And that was the last time I saw my brother, Mark. It seemed like he really enjoyed giving me that news. He really enjoyed. I mean, he had a smile on his face as he told me. He thought it was so funny because I almost arrived just in time for her wedding on the Friday. She got married on May 4th of that year, 2004. And I was going to arrive on Friday, I guess the 2nd. And then I changed my mind at the last minute, and I flew in on Cinco de Mayo, the 5th, which was Monday. And he just got such a kick out of that, didn't he? So this journey to thin is about much more than just being superficially thin. It's about being who I truly am. It's my journey to who I truly am. Can you relate? So, it's coming along. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I want to gently ease into it, if you can understand. I'm going to report, I'm going to document by video my journey to my true identity, to thin. I'll keep you posted. And I guess I got to pick a day. I have to pick a day that I'm going to post. Today is July 22nd, and it's a Wednesday. I think I can edit this and post it today. It just won't be 11 a.m. I think 11 a.m. is a really good time to post. So maybe it'll be Thursday. I was born on a Thursday. So I'm going to start posting these every Thursday. I'm going to record them once a week and post them on Thursday at 11 a.m. Watch for them on this channel. Okay? And, please, in the description, let me know what you're doing and what your journey to thin is like. And please, give me a thumbs up and help me out. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And until next time, see you.